From trauma to illness. Narcissistic abuse is a leading cause of illness and disease. Dealing with a narcissist can make you feel powerless and drained, but the true damage often runs deeper than the emotional wounds. Narcissistic abuse can severely impact your physical health, leading to chronic conditions and accelerated aging. In this video, we'll shine a light on the insidious link between narcissists and illness. I'll draw from scientific research and personal experience to explain how narcissists compromise your health. You'll gain insight into common ailments caused by prolonged toxicity and stress. Most importantly, you'll discover how no contact and healing trauma bonds can help reverse the damage. There is hope for reclaiming your vitality. Let's uncover the path to breaking free from disease and living vibrantly again. The toxic stress response. To understand narcissistic abuse's health impact, we first need to look at how your body responds to toxic stress. When faced with a narcissist's crazy-making games, you go into fight or flight mode to adapt. This releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. In small doses, these hormones mobilize you to handle threats. But chronic activation due to ongoing abuse disrupts your body's balance. Your nervous system and hormones become deregulated. This spirals into inflammation and a host of downstream effects. Imagine constantly fleeing from a bear versus occasionally encountering one on a hike. One is a manageable jolt. The other is an unrelenting state of panic. Abusers force your body into permanent overdrive with no chance to rest and recover. Let's examine the fallout. Gut and digestive issues. One area affected is your gut. Stress alters gut bacteria and compromises your microbiome. This can lead to leaky gut syndrome. Food sensitivities. Nutrient malabsorption. Bowel disorders like IBS. Increased risk of infection. Poor digestion prevents you from reaping nutrition to heal, and it triggers widespread inflammation, the root of most diseases. Heart problems. Your cardiovascular system also suffers. Emotional stress impacts heart rate variability and rhythm. Narcissistic abuse can lead to high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, strokes, heart attacks, erratic conditions like PVCs. The chronic stress exerts a heavy toll on your nervous system and heart. Blood pressure spikes damage arteries, increasing clotting and plaque. Autoimmune Conditions. Research confirms chronic stress sparks autoimmune disorders like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, multiple sclerosis, Graves' disease, psoriasis. This happens due to immune dysfunction and rampant inflammation. Your body literally attacks itself, inflaming joints, nerves, glands, and tissues. The immune system under siege. The immune system is one of the major casualties of life with a narcissist. Chronic stress and cortisol exposure inhibit the body's defenses, leaving you susceptible to infection and disease. Prolonged activation of the stress response suppresses key immune cells like T cells, NK cells, and neutrophils. This reduces their ability to identify and destroy invaders. High cortisol also limits antibody production. As a result, you may frequently battle colds, flu, and recurrent infections while with the narcissist. Cuts and scrapes can take longer to heal. Childhood viruses like shingles or HPV may reactivate from dormancy. Those already diagnosed with cancer face slower recovery. Treatments are less effective without robust immunity. Autoimmune disorders also worsen. The body's hypervigilance can further misidentify healthy cells as invaders. It fuels full-blown disease progression. Fortunately, immune resilience can be restored. No contact removes the narcissist's presence, feeding chronic inflammation. With time and care, your body remembers how to ward off invaders and maintain healthy cells. You rekindle the vital life force that no narcissist can extinguish. Forgetfulness and cognitive decline. In addition to physical symptoms, narcissistic abuse can cloud thinking and impair cognition. Forgetfulness, mental fog, and diminished executive function take a toll. Cortisol damages the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. Neurons atrophy with extended exposure. Over time, forgetfulness increases. You may struggle to recall details, events, and facts. Concentration also suffers. You experience racing thoughts and difficulty focusing. Multitasking becomes exhausting. You may miss details, make mental errors, and lose your train of thought. Mental clarity diminishes. Thinking and accessing words feels sluggish. You describe feeling spacey, numb, or disconnected. Problem solving and decision-making suffer due to depleted dopamine and frontal lobe changes. You may overlook solutions or make poorly calculated choices. Taken together, these cognitive issues can mimic early dementia. But there are ways to recover clarity and mental acuity. No contact removes the perpetual brain fog induced by the narcissist's games. From there, focus on brain-boosting activities like puzzles, mnemonic exercises, spatial reasoning apps, journaling, and mindfulness meditation. In time, the mental cobwebs lift. You once again think sharply, retain information, and make wise decisions. The open mind you were meant to have emerges again. Accelerated biological aging. The deep cellular stress of narcissistic abuse accelerates the aging process dramatically. Prolonged toxicity can tack on years in terms of health decline. You may notice premature wrinkles, hair loss or thinning, vision changes, hearing loss and loss of skin. Elasticity well before your chronological age would dictate. Aches, pains, fatigue, weakness, and decreased endurance also signal accelerated aging. Your fitness and mobility decline rapidly. Loss of bone density leads to osteoporosis risk. Muscle wasting results in weakness and frailty. Internally, you face higher risk of age-related diseases like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and neurodegeneration. Narcissistic abuse fast-tracks many aspects of aging. However, healing trauma can slow or even reverse biological markers. No contact removes the catalyst for cellular stress. Life extension therapies like exercise, fasting, and hormones optimize telomere maintenance. With compassionate persistence, you can defy the narcissist's toll. Take back your health and step into vibrant longevity. Effects of prolonged cortisol exposure. Cortisol and adrenaline are meant for short bursts, not round-the-clock production. But narcissists trap you in endless toxicity. Here's what happens with chronic cortisol elevation. Impaired cognition and memory. Lowered immunity. Weakened bones. Muscle loss. Weight gain. Premature aging. Cortisol is catabolic, breaking down tissues. This accelerates biological aging, despite your chronological years. The heightened internal stress corrodes your body and mind over time. Psychological symptoms. Don't neglect emotional symptoms either. Narcissistic abuse can manifest as depression, anxiety, PTSD, insomnia, obsessive rumination, addictions. These take a toll on every system in your body long term. Psychological well-being and physical health are intertwined. The path to healing. Now that you understand the disease link, let's discuss solutions. The key is removing the narcissist's influence and resolving past trauma. No contact halts their contagion and helps normalize your stress response. Supportive therapy can process unresolved wounds. Lifestyle measures also optimize well-being. Anti-inflammatory eating, whole foods, omega-3s. Stress management, yoga, meditation, nature. Movement, walking, gentle exercise. Quality sleep. Supportive community. Self-care practices, massage, acupuncture. Think of it as gradually recalibrating your nervous system to feel safe again. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. The body can rebuild and thrive without toxicity. Each small step cultivates more energy and inner peace. You reclaim your sense of safety in the world. Breaking narcissistic programming restores mind-body harmony. Embrace your health destiny. Sustained narcissistic abuse takes an immense physical toll most never see. But recognizing the roots of your health issues is empowering. You realize your symptoms are not random. They are signs of imbalance from chronic toxicity. Healing means addressing root causes, not just suppressing symptoms. No one can commandeer your health destiny against your will. Insulate yourself from emotional vampires by any means necessary. Limiting narcissistic contact, or eliminating it completely, can be life-saving. Then begin the work of reframing past programming that keeps you stuck in stress patterns. Get support and nurture yourself back to wholeness. You have the power to break free from abuse and write a new health story, one of vibrancy, joy, and embodiment. Your vitality awaits. Now go claim it. I believe in you. The best is yet to come.